Hi guys, happy Friday. I hope you are ready for a slightly longer book today, but the first thing we have to do is sing our hello song. Can you sing with me? Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends. It's time to say hello, hello. So today's book is Roger the Jolly Pirate. And it's written and illustrated by Brett Heldquist. Before anyone had heard of Blackbeard, Long John Silver, or Calico Jack, there was a pirate named Roger. Roger, the Jolly Pirate. Roger was a lousy pirate. He couldn't tell the starboard from the larboard, the windward from the leeward, or the mizzen from the main. He smiled instead of scowling. He grinned instead of growling. He always had a yarn to tell or a sea shanty to sing, and he had never struck fear in any sailor's heart. His shipmates called him Jolly Roger. They didn't mean it nicely. When there was serious pirating to be done, the other pirates never wanted Jolly Roger around. If they planned to board an enemy vessel, make a prisoner walk the plank, or bury stolen treasure, they always sent Jolly Roger down into the ship's hold. This didn't make Roger feel jolly at all. The pirates on Jolly Roger's ship were the terror of the high seas. Merchant ships fled at the sight of them. Sailors surrendered without a fight. There was only one enemy worthy of their scowls. He was known as the Admiral. The Admiral had vowed to bring every pirate to justice, and at last the day came when he and his sailors attacked Roger's ship. Jolly Roger, of course, was sent below. Up above, the battle began. Below, Jolly Roger sat wishing he could think of something, anything, to make the other pirates like him. Then he had a wonderful idea. He would bake a cake. In the hold, Jolly Roger spotted something that looked like a big iron pot. He happily dumped everything he could find into the pot and gave it a good stir. On deck, the cannons boomed and blazed. The pirates fought bravely. They bravely fought the Admiral's men from port to starboard, stem to stern, but the pirates were outnumbered. As the pirate captain watched the Admiral stride across the deck with his sword held high, he could see that all was lost. He prepared to surrender. Meanwhile, in the dim light of the hold, Jolly Roger found a wick attached to the pot he had chosen. He struck a match, sat back, and waited for his cake to bake. He didn't expect what happened next. Nobody did. Boom! Jolly Roger was blown straight through the deck and right into the middle of the battle. He was covered in flour. He was spotted with soot. He was shrieking with terror. The Admiral's men had never seen anything like it. "A ghost!" yelped one. "A skeleton!" screamed another. The Admiral himself gave the order, "Abandon ship!" Jolly Roger was sorry about his cake. He tried to explain, but no one would listen. They were all too busy cheering. Jolly Roger still couldn't tell the starboard from the larboard, the windward from the leeward, or the mizzen from the main, but his shipmates didn't care. In fact, they made a special flag in his honor. Soon, other pirates began flying the flag, and it struck fear in the hearts of sailors across the 7 seas. They called it the Jolly Roger. And since that long book wasn't maybe quite so long, I thought we would do a second book. So here we go. This book is The Empty Pot by Demi. A long time ago in China, there was a boy named Ping who loved flowers. Anything that he planted burst into bloom. Up came flowers, bushes, even big fruit trees, as if by magic. Everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. They planted them everywhere, and the air smelled like perfume. The emperor loved birds and animals, but flowers most of all, and he tended his own garden every day. But the emperor was old. He needed to choose a successor to the throne. Who would his successor be? And how would the emperor choose? Because the emperor loved flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. The next day, a proclamation was issued. All the children in the land were to come to the palace. There they would be given special flower seeds by the emperor. "Whoever can show me their best in a year's time," he said, "will succeed me to the throne." The news created a great excitement throughout the land. Children from all over the country swarmed to the palace to get their flower seeds. All the parents wanted their children to be chosen for emperor, and all the children hoped they would be chosen too. When Ping received his seed from the emperor, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure he could grow the most beautiful flower. Ping filled the flower pot with rich soil. He planted the seed in it very carefully. He watered it every day. He couldn't wait to see it sprout, grow, and blossom into a beautiful flower. Day after day passed, but nothing grew in his pot. Ping was very worried. He put new soil into a bigger pot. Then he transferred the seed to the rich black soil. Another 2 months he waited. Still, nothing happened. By and by, a whole year had passed. Spring came, and all of the children put on their best clothes to greet the emperor. They rushed to the palace with their beautiful flowers, eagerly hoping to be chosen. Ping was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought the other children would laugh at him because for once he couldn't get a flower to grow. His clever friend ran by holding a great big plant. "Ping," he said, "you're not really going to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Couldn't you grow a great big flower like mine?" "I've grown lots of flowers better than yours," Ping said. "It's just this seed that won't grow." Ping's father overheard this and said, "You did your best, and your best is good enough to present to the emperor." Holding the empty pot in his hands, Ping went straight away to the palace. The emperor was looking at the flowers slowly, one by one. How beautiful all of the flowers were, but the emperor was frowning and did not say a word. Finally, he came to Ping. Ping hung his head in shame, expecting to be punished. The emperor asked him, "Why did you bring an empty pot?" Ping started to cry and replied, "I planted the seed you gave me and I watered it every day, but it didn't sprout. I put it in a better pot with better soil, and still it didn't sprout. I tended it all year long and nothing grew. So today I had to bring you an empty pot without a flower. It is the best I could do." When the emperor heard these words, a smile slowly spread over his face, and he put his arm around Ping. Then he exclaimed to one and all, "I have found him! I have found the one person worthy of being emperor. Where you got your seeds from, I do not know, for the seeds I gave you had all been cooked, so it's impossible for any of them to have grown. I admire Ping's courage to appear before me with the empty truth, and I now reward him with my entire kingdom and make him emperor of all the land." The end. That one's always been one of my favorites. All right, so we are going to sing our goodbye song now, which is so much like our hello song. Are you ready?
Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye.